So Stenograph, you mean to tell me that I spent $160 for what?
I just been walking in my purpose, baby. Just getting started. I ain't even scratching surface, baby.
Welcome to all my new subscribers. I just wanted to let you guys know before we get into the video real quick that I am going to have a giveaway featuring my company Opulent Scents. Now, if you want to check out opulentscents.com, I will leave the link below. You guys will have a chance to win a free candle box from opulentscents.com. I'm going to take a quick second to show you what Opulence is about. So go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button, and we will get to the giveaway as soon as we get to 1K, y'all. We can do it. It gets cold, girl. You just gonna drink it hot? It's different flavors. What flavor is that?
I don't know.
You can't read it?
Angel is Stitch juice.
All the stuff out the car? That's all the stuff out the basket.
I think it's like berry.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not going to, it's boba milk. It's boba milk tea. This is,
I like the healthy one.
this is probably tastes better cold. Put it in the fridge for a little bit. And you probably gotta shake it. Let me taste that one, Effie.
Put it back.
Oh, this is Thai tea, Neffy. You can see it tells you what it is down here. This is Thai tea. Y'all like Thai tea.
You see?
Yeah, that's Thai tea. That's good.
Where does it say Thai tea?
Right there. Ooh, look at this. Look, babe, this is what I got.
That's me.
That's you.
That's me. No, that's me. No, that's me. Actually, that's not me because I do not show my business out.
I know that's right, Neffy. High five, girl. So this is my new picture. What you think? You like it?
Yeah.
It's fire.
Yeah.
I wanted to go with the silver and the red in the room. Hang it up somewhere.
She needs to wear some different clothes.
Yeah, she probably need to put some, no. She got her business up.
Sell something in middle school, you get money.
Juice, that is for your lunch. That ain't for you to be selling nothing. You doing a lot, Juice.
Yeah. Mom.
Yeah? This is for my steno writer.
Big Daddy's cake.
Oh, this is a little.
Those are all pens. Those are all pens and all cookies.
Rusty looking.
Got those cookies.
Let your edge out. To some iceberg, you'll be heavy in my mind. Can you get the heck out? I need rest now. Got me bummed out. You so baby, baby, baby. I've been on my empty mind, shit. I should've came from losing best of me. I worry that I wasted the best of me on you, baby. You don't care.
What up, you guys? It is early morning and you already know my husband is taking me to the gym. I have to lose some weight, y'all. I know y'all been seeing the videos of me gaining it. It's just food just been too good. That's okay though. we go hit this gym and I'm gonna get it together. Okay, I got more practice coming when I get back, and then I have to practice on my steno machine a little bit later. And yeah, so I'll catch y'all in a bit. So y'all, I was in theory class today, okay? So if you guys watched any of my previous videos, you guys would know that I have been to court reporting school before for steno. This is my third go around. So for people who aren't in court reporting school or in court reporting school or just don't know theory at all, you have no idea what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna try to break this down the best way I can. In court reporting for a steno writer, we use the method called theory, okay? The problem is there's so many theories you can use. I heard my teacher mention today a theory I've never even heard of. I heard of Phoenix, I heard of StenEd, and there was another one that I heard of that I can't even remember. I am in school for StenEd theory, which is fine because when I went to Sage College, they did StenEd theory. When I went to Brown College, they did StenEd theory, right? But I need Stenograph to get their life together. I really do. I spent $160 on 2 books I had no business spending money on. I wanted to make sure I was really prepared for this class, so just in case, I ordered a book. Big mistake. You see this book right here? Okay, this book is very old. And when I mean old, like old to me, I got this in 2016 or 15. I don't remember. I got it a long time ago, okay? When I went to court reporting school from the beginning. I got this from Sage College, okay? And if you Google Sage College and see when they closed down, you'll know how long I've had it. But look at my book. Pages are missing, and not too many pages. I have most of the pages till I get to like page 35, and then I have like scattered pages over there in the corner. I put it in the thumbnail. So that kind of gives you an idea of the drama that I have with that book. So I was just like, you know, I want to be overly prepared. I don't want to have it. And then I'd rather have it than not need it, than need it and not have it. So let me order the book. That way I can have access to the audio. Now, I got the new book. This is a new book. Very pretty, right? New, shiny, nice. Except it has so much drama in that book. So when I was practicing, I was able to skip to theory 2 because I still know how to read steno, like I said in my previous vlogs. But I don't know if that's a benefit or a problem, because I was going to go to, and I have to correct something that I said in my last video about Arlington Career Institute. If you do have financial aid, I was told that the financial aid does cover the steno writer, so you can get a steno writer. So I was like, cool, maybe I'll go back to Arlington Career Institute. I shouldn't though. I have a perfectly fine writer here. I'm not going to do that. But if I wanted to, I could. But since I don't need to, I'm letting you guys know, if you do want to try Arlington Career Institute, it's a really good school. I enjoyed the school. But there's pros and cons to everything. The con for me, and the reason why I decided not to go to Arlington Career Institute, is because they teach Phoenix theory. Now, that's not a problem for anybody who's just starting court reporting fresh, doesn't know anything that's going on. But for somebody like me, who's been learning StenEd theory forever, and when I read, I see StenEd theory, that's an issue for me. Even with this book that has it's so many conflicts, like I don't know, they have to correct it. My teacher said she emailed them so they can get some correction going on with that. But my issue is the initial T used to be it when I was learning in Sage College, right? I also learned it in Brown. Initial T is it. Now, I don't know what it is for Phoenix. I don't know what it is for other theories, but in Stenograph theory, you stroke the T, you get it. Initial side, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's fine. It's okay. That's why you got to go to school, because I can't teach you that, because I barely learned it myself. But when I hit the stroke key on T, when it translated to eclipse, the popped up. And I'm like, no, that's not right. I specifically remembered it being T, like it. No, am I crazy? But I also know there's two ways to write it. You can use the initial T or you can use IT. Now, there is no I on the steno keyboard, so we use EUT. And if you don't go to court reporting school or a court reporter, you have no idea what I'm talking about, which is fine. Anyway, let me go on my rant. Just let me cook. I practiced anyway, like, okay, I'm just going to use the, because the is there. They said it's the, and I'm bracking the in my head. I'm like, I just feel so much more comfortable with doing it. I hear my teachers say, use the T button for it. So change it in your dictionary. So now I've been spending the past couple of hours trying to remember it being it, because I done programmed in my head this is an issue. I'm so mad. It's okay though, because I knew it was it in the beginning, but then I noticed when I was dictating, I kept hitting the initial T for the, and I'm like, no, you've already added to the dictionary the final side T for the. So what are you doing? Because that's what it was supposed to be in the beginning. Even when you write your briefs for like will the, if the, you got to hit the initial letters on the right, left-hand side. And then on the final side, you hit T. So that's a dead giveaway that the final side on T should be the. I'm sorry you guys don't know what I'm talking about, if y'all don't. But I'm so upset because I'm like, this is why I cannot go to different schools with different theories. Now, this is the same theory, but Stenograph messed up the books, okay? Okay, you can see how old my pages are from the book. But look, right here, it says the initial T. That is incorrect. Like if you stroke it will, you'll hit the initial T and the final L. So this being the makes no sense, but I did it anyway. But that's also an issue from this book that was created in 2008. But I think that's only one mistake that they had, or just what they feel they needed, that it needed to be at the time. It's also wrong. That's not the issue I have. That threw me off, but my teacher corrected it, because I know when I was in Sage College, they gave me like old briefs and stuff like that I still have, that I still kept. And if you look at my book, like, see how it's ripped? I wrote all types of notes in it. Yeah. That they gave me, because, court reporters, after a while, you'll make your own briefs up if you can remember it, and it translate in English, fine, perfect, wonderful. But here was my other beef. When you get to lesson 7 in the new book, they have zip, zap, sip, sap. This is so loud and wrong. Let me clarify. So, yes, the KW is Q. Yes, the KR is C. All the initial letters is correct except for the Z. See, this is the older book on lesson 7, and you see the Z has an S with an asterisk. And here, they have Z as STK. So when I was writing out the words on my steno machine to the keyboard, it was not translating anything. I was getting it all wrong. And I was like, it already didn't feel right to do Z like that. But I did it anyway, because that's what was in the new book. The new book is not correct. It's not SKEUP for zip. It's actually SEUP. Once I put that in the steno machine, popped right up. So For anybody who has the 2023 real-time learning book, looks like this. Somebody said they had like a newer version, like version 10. This is version 9, I want to say. For anyone who has this has a lot of errors in it that needs to be fixed. A lot. Because that can confuse somebody more than you want to be. Let me look in the front. They usually have the version all the way in the front. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so this is the older version. The one I got from Sage College. It is the 8th and 9th printing, 2005, 2008. But if you look at the bottom says 1996 to 2008, right? That's the book that I got from Sage College. You go to the new book, and it'll say the same thing, but it will say revised edition. And then if you go to the bottom of the page on this one, it will say 2023 stenedsource.com. Okay, on the bottom of this it just says Stened. Okay, so if you have the old version, good for you. If you have the new version like me, because I have both, but if you have the newer version like me, then you may come across a couple of problems, and I'm pretty sure your teacher will point this out and see it, because I haven't met a teacher yet in court reporting school that was not either a working reporter or a retired reporter. They know their stuff, so they're going to be like, they're going to catch it quick. But I just want to let everybody know who is in steno, who's in the beginning of class, who wants to work ahead. When you work ahead, you will come into these hiccups. So like I was saying for chapter 7, this is 7-3, right? So I'm going to go to chapter 7-3 on my new book. Okay. So let's compare and contrast. This is the old version. You see how they have zip, S asterisk, IP, and then it up. And then you come here, zip it up, STK, I'm sorry y'all, STKEUP, okay? And then it has the initial T for it up. So my question would be, remember I said the initial T is for it. My question would be for them, if that is it, and you tell me that that word is supposed to be the, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Oh, look. Right here it says it. Okay, so this is just to reiterate the clip that I put in talking about the letter Z, the initial letter Z. Again, I showed you in the book what they look like. I'm going to write it out for you. Side note, in court reporting school, as far as the steno writer is concerned, we don't say typing, we say writing. We use terminology like that. So if somebody say I was writing, don't think they're talking about like writing a book or they're talking about the steno writer as in writing. We do not use the term type. Sometimes we will say type because we know that's what a lot of people are used to saying, because they'll go, oh, the thing where you're typing, the thing where you're typing, the thing where you're typing. So nobody's gonna know that we're gonna say the keyboard where you stroke, so, or the keyboard where you write. So just a little tip for those who may be interested in court reporting or the steno writer, just a little tidbit. Anywho, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about as far as the misstroking of the Z for the Stenograph books. In the new book, let's go to okay, so as you can see in the new book, they saying that STK indicates Z in the spelling. That is not accurate. So I'm gonna stroke STK on the steno writer. I'm sorry, that's ST. This dictionary in Eclipse, I don't know what they're doing with Stenograph. I don't know what Stenograph is doing, but they really need to fix a lot of these because it's messing up. Now when I hit the initial T, IT comes up, but I had to add that in my dictionary because when I was practicing on the lessons, the initial T was the. So now I have to unlearn what I was confused about in the beginning, if that makes any sense. So even with the STKP, the STKP, y'all see what it's turning up to be. STKP is turning up to be, I used it with the asterisk. Now it's giving me the Z, right? But even in the book, if you look at the book, like when you look at the book, ain't no asterisks there. So they really got to figure out what they trying to do as far as their letters. STK is not Z. Z, like zip, like they have it. I'm gonna do it the way they want, which is STKIP. Let's see if zip pops up. Okay, so you got zip. Now let's do STKAP as in zap. Accident happened. Okay, see, accident happened translated in English. STKAP. That's what they requested out of the book. So we're gonna do it the way the previous book has it. So in the older version, you can see here they have zip it up, S with the asterisks for the Z. And let me see. So right here on lesson 7 in the older version book, they want Z as in the initial S with the asterisks. And they have a different way to put zip and zap, right? Because we were able to stroke zip with the STK, yes we were, but not with the ZAP. So let's do it the way they asked. All right, so in the previous clip, when I did what they requested, which was the initial STK, A, final P, it translated to accident happened. So let's do it the way the older version of the book requested, which was initial S asterisk AP for zap. Let's see what happens. Let's do the initial S asterisk AP for zap. Let's see what we come up with. And it worked perfectly. See, translated to zap, no problem. S, initial SAP, zap. See what I mean? So even with the asterisks, you can do zip as well. Zip, zap. Let's do it again. Zip, zap. So Stenograph really needs to fix this, because if it wouldn't, honestly, it wouldn't matter if it didn't translate as that, but they want you to do STK AP, and look what it strokes. Accident happened. So that's gonna confuse a new person who's not aware, you know what I mean? And I know the teachers are gonna let us know, but this still doesn't make it easy. The teacher shouldn't have to do that. You get what I'm saying? They already let you know what these initial letters are. So anybody who has the book that I showed you, the newer version from 2023, Y'all take a double look at it. I'm pretty sure the teachers are going to provide older versions and PDFs out there for you guys to be able to see the difference. Not only did my teacher inform us, I just so happen to have the older version of the book. So yeah, y'all be careful out there. And Stenograph, go one more time. This was a waste of time. I need my money back. Y'all, I've been practicing for about an hour on my steno writer, and I've been stroking the key it instead of the, because of that damn book. And it's weird because I've been hitting it for years. And now when I learned the for like 2 days, now I can't stop hitting. Now I'm confusing myself just talking about it. Now I gotta practice to unlearn what I wasn't supposed to learn in the first place. Stenograph, we got beef. We got beef for real, okay? And not no good beef either. Not the beef you get from In-N-Out, like really bad beef. Like bad Burger King beef type. Stenograph. 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 Court reporting for steno writers is already at a 90% dropout rate. Don't stress me out, okay? I'm showing y'all this because I know there's a lot of people who like to study, they like to go ahead, they like to, because you know, court reporting school is a lot, whether it's voice or steno. And I do want to say something towards voice writing too. Voice writing is not easy like everybody try to proclaim. It's hard too. Is steno writing harder? Yes. Why? Because you have to learn different keystrokes. You have to learn a different language. With voice writing, you already know English, but don't let that fool you, okay? Because if you have a country voice or you got certain words that you cannot say or it doesn't translate the way you want to, you're going to have a headache as well. Can you pass and graduate faster than you can with the steno writer? Yes, it is possible. And if you know anything about court reporting, anything is possible. But we're not going to pretend like voice writing is an easy ride out, okay? Because I am going on not my first, not my second, but my third attempt to get my CVR. And what I found out why I didn't pass. And yes, it was my fault. I was so focused on getting the speeds up, I didn't worry about what was translating on the case catalyst. Do not do that. Because what they don't tell you, which I'm letting you know, and it's not that they don't want to tell you, it just doesn't come up in topic of conversation. But to take these tests cost, okay? So far, I've spent, the first time I spent $485 for the test that I failed because I had to pay for my membership for my NVRA membership, which is cheaper for steno students. So that's good. But then I wanted to pay for the prep test. Then I wanted to take the actual speed test. And then I wanted to take the written test. That's going to add up. Then I went back to San Jose and only paid for the speed test. That's $185 alone out the door. So if you don't pass these tests, you're going to be paying minimum $185 if you're just doing the speeds. Period. And then if you want to add the written test, that's even more money. And if you have to renew your membership, which I do in April, that's another. And then if you want a copy of your notes that you did to go over your test, then that's another $25 per test. Okay, so I spent $75 to get a copy of what I got incorrect. And I'm glad I did, because I realized when I looked at the test, it was a lot of mistranslates. Okay, so I gave y'all that for the for the steno. Let's talk about voice real quick. I've seen a lot of mistranslates on there. And I was like, did I say that? Did I do that? But the problem with that is, even though you speak it, when you're editing, you can go through it quick. And if it sounds similar or okay, you'll leave it there. I spent all night, well, not all night, I spent the whole weekend retraining my dragon. You have to feed it. You have to feed it. And I've heard my teachers tell me this. I you know, and sometimes I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not gonna be a perfect student, but not being a perfect student does cost. It do cost, and that's okay. I deserve that. I should have been training my dragon. Have I been adding voice codes? Yes. Have I been practicing? Yes. Have I been analyzing my case catalyst? Yes. Have I been feeding my dragon and retraining my words? No. I just left it there, and I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that. So, now that I did that and I re-practiced, my percentage was higher with my raw notes. People have asked me, what does raw notes mean? Okay, so I'm gonna show you what raw notes mean with the steno writer, and then I will show you probably on another video what voice writing is with the voice writer, because right now I have my steno machine out because I am in class in the morning for a theory and stuff like that. So I'm going to practice my writer for about 2 hours and then go back to my voice writer for another 2 hours, maybe even 4, because April will be here soon and I'm going to pass next time, period. But this is steno raw notes. Okay, but and in a nutshell, to sum it up for voice writing, I'll show you guys, but I can just tell you too. If I speak it and it ends up on case catalyst, that's raw. I didn't go over it. I didn't. Sorry, I had something in my eye. So that's what raw notes is. Once you edit it, then that's your transcript, or that's how you're going to submit it, or you're going to probably give it maybe to a proofreader or a scopus, which is a whole different situation and a whole different topic. Court reporting alone has a lot of information in it. And a lot of the things that I'm telling you is not only from my perspective. I know I'm like leaving out a lot of stuff. So again, any court reporter, any court reporting student, court reporting graduate, if you guys have any information and tips, please comment it below. My word is never stone, okay? There could be something I'm saying and I could be loud and wrong. Y'all, I'm gonna take a quick snack. If y'all haven't tried these from Costco, it's the pressed juicery. Like, I used to juice, right? And I used to like do my own juicing from my juicer. I had the Jack Lane juicer, and I would add apple, cucumber. You know, if you guys watch that whole series of that guy who lost weight and by drinking, like by juicing, I forgot what it was called. Y'all can leave it in the comments below. But this tastes just like the juice that I used to make in the juicer, except for like they added banana and stuff like avocado and stuff like that. But this still tastes like what I used to make in the juicer. This is really, really, really good. So if you're ever at Costco, get you some of these. They have like, we got like akiberry and everything with it, but I like the green juice. So yeah. So like I was saying, there's like multiple types of theory. You have steno theory, you got phoenix theory, steno master, star tran, and I think my teacher said digitran. I don't know. She said I don't know what she said, but she said that was like way when she first started. So y'all let me know in the comments if you know it or if you ever heard of that one. So it's like multiple types of theory. So again, I know some people ask me, what's the best court reporting school to go to? And I'm going to tell you, the one that fits you the best. You thought it was going to be that easy? Listen, for me, I prefer to go to a school, if I receive financial aid, to a school that will benefit me the most and makes sense the most. What does that mean? For me, at the time when I was starting out, it made sense for me to go to a school that supplied at least the steno writer, okay? A school that supplies the equipment. there are schools that you can go to court reporting school for, and your financial aid will pay the tuition, but they will not provide the machine. But there are schools that that provide the machine through financial aid. In my personal opinion, for me, I think that would be the best route. Now, if you financially have it and you can cover the machine and you can cover that, go for it. But for me, at that time, I couldn't, right? So that's that. And so there's really no particular school. You just have to do your research on what fits you the best as far as that. Now that I'm at where I'm at now, what's more beneficial for me is to go to the most, well, it's still kind of the same scenario, right? The most costless, effective type situation. For me, the school I'm currently going to now, which is West Valley, is good for me because I already have my steno writer and the classes are free if you live in the state of California. So that's very beneficial for me because I don't have to pay for the classes, because that's like what, 30 to 35,000 depending on what school. Then you have to pay for the steno writer, then you have to pay for the program. Now, it wasn't just free, okay? Stuff still cost. I still had to pay for my books, which I probably shouldn't have did anyway, because so that's when I started my journey as becoming a court reporter. I started researching, started doing my due diligence about it, and then I eventually wanted to go to school for it. Never really got the chance because, you know, my mom transitioned, went through adulthood, and life happened. And then when me and my husband got together, I was able to go back on that path. But then pregnancy happened and it was just prolonged, and then the school closed. It just wasn't my time. I would just put it like that. It was not my time. So after Brown College closed down, and I don't know if I've said this in a video, but I'm going to say it again because I'm ranting right now. After Brown College closed down, I decided if voice writing ever came to the state of California, I would be a voice writer because they were saying that, you know, it may be a little easier to get, because court reporting as a steno writer is very difficult, but that's why you get paid the big bucks. So it was rumored around that time that voice writing is coming to California. It was always in Georgia, from what I know. It's been in Georgia for a while. At least when I went to school at Brown College, it was prevalent in Georgia. I didn't even know it was in Vegas because I wasn't really into voice writing because I didn't know what it meant. So I knew steno writing. So now that I know what I know how to defer the two. But when I was going to school for steno writer and I was looking at voice codes, one time I went on YouTube and I looked at voice writing and I looked at voice codes, and they were like PIRC and CA, and I was like, what is that? There's no PIRC in StenEd theory. There's a FPLT, but what is, you know? So I was just like, you know, and I was like, oh my God, you know. So I didn't want to confuse myself any further, so I stepped away and I left it at that. And then the governor said voice writers is cool now. So I was like, let me go back to school, and here I am. So steno or voice. The reason why I went back to go into steno is because I love steno. I love the briefing. I love the phrases. You get a love-hate relationship in school with court reporting, period, because of the speeds, because of the skill that you're learning. Okay? But this is why they get paid the big bucks, right? Because of all the hard work and skill that they developed to protect to protect lives, honestly. Because if you need information on a transcript about a case, that can very well save your life. Okay, or it could break your life. Right. So you know, I looked at both books. They're both different. The new book, it has a lot of errors. That ZIP and the S asterisk, it just threw me completely off because, like I said, I went to school before. So for me, seeing that just threw me off. So Stenograph, you mean to tell me that I spent $160 for what? please fix it. And then you don't even have a phone number to contact to give a phone call. You can only email. And it's just like, thank God for the teachers we have, because let me tell you something about court reporting too. We're a big family. Like, even if we don't know you, it's like an unspoken family type connection, and you become family with a lot of the court reporters fast, really fast. Now, you're not gonna love everybody, but nobody ever loves everybody, right? Some people you mesh well with, some people you don't. But for the most part, I've had nothing but great experiences. Nothing but great. They're all helpful. They all want you to win. They all want it, because it's like an infectious disease. We want everybody to become court reporters at this point. And it's a great profession. I'm not in the profession yet, but from the school side and the things you can attend and the court reporters that are working that you can look at and you can aspire to be, like, it's an amazing thing to get into it. And I appreciate everybody posting their condolences in the comment section for my teacher. So I found out she had her memorial service over the weekend, and I found out that she did have cancer. And in the previous video, I did not know what she passed from, because she didn't, like I said, when I read the obituary, when I told you that obituary really, really, really told you what type of woman that woman was, okay? Because she fought like hell, and she made sure she showed up for her students. Like, she was the best. And I get so emotional talking about her, because she doesn't know what she's done for me, you know. There was times where I felt like giving up. Yes, with voice writing. With voice writing, I felt like there was times that I wanted to give up. Because again, sometimes social media can portray that court reporting is a golden ticket. And it is and it isn't, right? If you can master that skill, which you can, if I can do it, you can do it. But if you can master that skill, it could change your life. But getting there is not going to be a straight walk. For some people, it's easier than others. Some of y'all might pass me up, okay? Some of it may be easier for others, but it's not that simple. It comes with the skill you have to build. You have to build the skill. Okay, you have to build the skill. You have to learn the pros and cons. With steno writing, you gotta get those fingers together. You gotta try not to misstroke. You gotta remember the briefs and phrases. Sometimes it's better to just write it out. With voice writing, you gotta remember voice codes, or it's better just to speak it out. And you better hope it translates correctly. And then you can get dry mouth, and then you can get wet mic. It's always something to these skills that you have to learn. So when I was in school for voice writing, yes, I was going to get frustrated, because there is a certain type of skill they want you to have, because I'm going to tell you, and this is not to scare anybody, but this is to help those, like, the reason why I decided to make this type of content in my channel as far as my journey is because when I was going to school, I was looking for me. Meaning, I was looking for the court reporting student who would go to school and have the struggles and strife and things that I was experiencing at the time. I had court reporters I could vent to, but I wanted to see somebody's life on how they're doing things and how they're maintaining. Now, everybody's life is different. So if I were to find somebody who wasn't me, but still was talking about their day-to-day and how they were going through things through school, I really would have enjoyed that. I watch TikTok and I see this court reporters working, and then I see their ups and downs, and that's a good thing to see too. But I wanted to see from a student's perspective. So I was just like, let me just start recording my journey. My voice writing school experience would have been something to speak about as well. So I can just tell you about it. You guys can't live with me with it because I already graduated. But I can tell you about some of my experiences, like Miss T, and how amazing she was, and how great teacher she was, and how she just really went above and beyond to make sure you get it and make sure you understood. Okay, she was amazing. I did not know she was sick. I know she would step away. She would let us know she had certain surgeries or hospital things she had to take care of. But that was as far as it went. And I promise you, when she would go do her stuff and be gone, she wasn't gone long. Like, them tests would be graded. If she missed something, she'd follow up. She would ask you questions if she ain't received nothing. Like, you wouldn't even know that she was sick. It was just crazy how amazing this woman was. She was just the best, you know? And I really wanted to show her in physical form. I did it. But I'm gonna show her in spiritual form. She's gonna see it. She gonna see it. But that's why I decided to create this content, because I feel like a lot of people need to see. And you guys get to see my steno writing journey. It's probably not gonna be as well, let me not say that, because court reporting is fun. I enjoy it. So you guys will get to see me in my student form of steno writing, and then you guys get to see me achieve getting my certifications. But I do want to come on here and tell you guys my experiences. They might not be the same as y'all's. You know what I mean? You may join court reporting school, fly right through it and say, what was she talking about? Or you may say, this is what she was talking about. Or you may say, I'm done. I can't. But everybody's experience is different. So that's why I chose steno writing, because I only knew steno writing. And then when I seen voice writing, I decided to go with that because I felt like, okay, I heard the stories. Voice writing is easier. Voice writing is easier. They didn't say how easier it was, okay? When you hear easier, you think it's going to be like, oh, cool, I'll go right in, do this. The first week of voice writing speed classes, I was already stressed out. But lucky enough for me, what my teacher did, Miss T, what she did was she took some of the steno briefs and made them voice codes. Now, you can't do it for all of them, obviously. But some of them, like lage and large, you know, when you write it out on the steno keyboard, it's LAIRJ. But in a voice code, you say large, there goes ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Boom, simple. So that helped me a lot. It's good. She did her big one. But yeah, so I was stressed out the first week of speeds. And when you finally pass your first speed, whether it's steno writing or voice, you're happy for like 2 seconds. And then the next speed is like, I don't want to scare anybody because court reporting is fun, but you do have those moments. And I told y'all I was going to share it, and I'm going to tell it. I'm going to share it and I'm going to tell it. I mean, that's all I can do. But I don't want to keep chatty-pattying today. I do have tests I got to practice. I have to practice my steno writer, and then I got to practice my voice writer. I will post a little bit of video of me practicing a little bit on both, because like I said, I'm doing both. And the reason why I chose both, because I keep saying that and I never get to it because I be all over the place sometimes, because there was times, and recently I've been sick, right? I've been sick and I can't speak. My throat's sore, it's clogged, and if I can't speak, I can't work, right? So if I can be at home and I can be on a Zoom call, I can bust out my steno writer and say, let's get it done, right? Then I heard stories of people not being able to use their fingers anymore. jam their hands, splinter in their finger, whatever. There's some people who had to have surgery on their hands. Can't use their fingers anymore. Their voice works. Get a voice mask. They have things to hold the voice mask up to your mouth so you won't have to hold it all day. You're still a court reporter.
Look at her. Look at her mama, man. Look at her. That ain't her.